Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully, you are doing fine. I'm Nasih Alam, Graduate Teaching Assistant, Department of English. I'm excited about taking this DuoLingo test. I took a break of 14 days. I had some other issues to worry about, and I'm now fully relaxed and I'm ready to go. So let's see how much I score on today's DuoLingo test. Usually I score between 120 and 150. On my real tests, I scored 140 twice. Let's go ahead. It's going to take some time. Yeah, here it is. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your questions. And you are asking me for many improvement strategies. And I'm giving you the links and I'm trying to reply to you every now and then. And I'm doing my level best to help you out. I know what your issues are, and I'm here to guide you through. And thank you for everything you are showering in me. You are praising me and you're giving me constructive criticism. I'm glad about that. Yeah, good.
She stood still with her hair flying in the wind. She stood still with her hair flying in the wind.
Hence, it cannot account for the correct or incorrect application of a name.
It is not an acronym as popularly believed. It is not an acronym as popularly believed.
3D animation can create images that seem real to the viewer. Industrial engineering is a branch of engineering which deals with the optimization of complex processes or systems.
Wine is made by the fermentation of the sugar in grapes. Wine is made by the fermentation of the sugar in grapes.
The development of zero as a number is one of the most important developments in early mathematics.
Their first day at work was successful. Their first day at work was successful.
Despite graduating years ago, he still has access to his university email account. Despite graduating years ago, he still has access to his university email account.
Rules require that male gymnasts touch each corner of the floor at least once during their routine. The numerous literacy and creative devices used within fiction are generally thought inappropriate for use in nonfiction.
Throughout history, societies have created complex fashions and clothing designs. Throughout history, societies have created complex fashions and clothing designs.
So read the last sentences of the first paragraph and read the last sentence of the last paragraph. Here I should say, look at the last sentence of this paragraph and look at this sentence. So what is it talking about? The money, don't have the money for elaborate human resources training. That's why they resort to hiring a human resources consultant, right? So talking about hiring a human resources consultant. Then definitely, so we will find an answer that talks about a human resources consultant. And look at this sentence. Some ways human resources development can help business grow throughout the world. So again, talking about human resources development, human resources consultant. See, a consultant will come and he will look at the business and he will make decisions, or they will make decisions about the business. It can be a female consultant too. Talking about retention, not talking about the number of employees increased. So it's the most preferable answer. See, last sentence. So you and your friend have recently gotten part-time jobs as lab assistants for a professor. You're discussing how the job is going. The point is, my friend has got a job, I've got a job. So we are discussing how we are doing under the professor.
It's going good. I'm really enjoying it. Yeah, it's a lot of work. But it's really interesting to see how everything works and to be a part of the process. Yeah, definitely. I'm just glad that we were able to get these positions.
So understand the tone. It's a positive tone. They're speaking in positive terms. So definitely the answer is going to be positive. Look at the next answer. Yeah. So you are going to praise. You're going to praise your professor. But most of the time you're showing your gratefulness for working under the professor. So here, definitely they will speak about someone and they will speak in positive terms, and they are referring to Professor Garcia.
Absolutely. Everything is really organized and planned out ahead of time, which makes our jobs a lot easier.
The secret of doing well here is to understand the tone. Let's say you're talking to someone and you say that, yeah, that person looks harsh because the person's voice is not interested towards me, or he doesn't sound interesting, he doesn't show willingness to talk to me. So judging that tone, you come with a conclusion. Here, look at these two teaching assistants. They're talking about their professor. Look at the tone, how they're speaking. They're excited about their job. They're excited about their professor. So the tone is going to be positive, right? I'm running out of time. No. So that's the point. Hear it well, listen the conversation, especially focus on the last conclusion or the last sentence of the conversation. Where does it end? How does it end? What does it talk about? Look at my first answer. If I didn't hear the conversation well, I could have written another answer. They are talking about jobs. If I didn't hear it well, I could have written they're talking about their holidays, right? Look at the first answer there. So that's the ploy, that's the strategy. Also read the questions well, and that question, look at the instruction and read the instruction well, and that instruction will help you to summarize in the next section. Okay, so I'm finding these strategies every now and then. I'm sharing my strategies with you. It's not that I'm perfect there. You will have to be perfect, but I'm just talking about my strategies. They may help you out, they may not. If they help you out, I'm thankful. If they not, I'm sorry about that. Okay, I'm just here to guide you through.
Talk about a person who has had a big effect on the world.
I can talk about Prophet Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He was he was 63 years old when he died. So he did a lot for the humanity. He got he was suffering a lot. He was cancelled by many of his peers because he came from another religion. Then he chose Islam as his religion, and he had regular interactions with the Almighty Allah. The Muslims call the Almighty as Allah. So he was a great person. He did a lot of things for the humanity. He received lots of tortures, but he didn't hold back. He kept on doing good things for others. So that is something we can glean from, that you may receive tortures, you may go through many sufferings, but you need to have patience. So that's what Prophet Muhammad, Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam did. He remained patient throughout his work. He never held himself back. He tried to do more things for others, and he was always cheering. He was always smiling, and he wanted to do things for others. So that is a trait I would like others to have. So what I see three people out there, and one of them is in the middle. She is talking to the person on her left side, but the person on the right side is being ignored. So the lady is friendly with the person on the left side. However, she is the one who is smiling. She is the one who is willing to talk to others. But other two men, they are not that friendly, I would say. They are not talking to her. They are not looking at her. They are probably listening to something else. So that's the point. When you are in a conference, when a speaker is talking about or when a speaker is presenting a topic, usually you should listen to the speaker. But when you do side talk, other audiences get distracted. Look at these two gentlemen. They're concentrating on the speaker in front of them. However, the lady in the middle is not listening to them. She's only concentrating on the person on the left side. So what happens as a result, the two men are getting irritated and they are losing their attention to details. In today's life, fashion is important. If you are fashionable, you can be more confident as a person, and it expresses a person's identity. For example, when I work as a laborer, I wear a special uniform. That is my identity, that you are a laborer. But when I work as a graduate teaching assistant, I don't have to have that special uniform. I can wear whatever I want. It shows that a teacher has an independent identity. He doesn't need a uniform, or they don't need a uniform. Then to me, fashion is important. When I was young, I wasn't fashionable. My mother would mock me, saying, "You are a poor child. You don't know how to dress yourself. You don't need a lot of money. You just need to have the sense of fashion." Then I like wearing Punjabi. I like wearing my lungi. You know, lungi is a national dress it's the national dress of Bangladesh, and we love wearing our lungi. If you want, you can also listen to my lecture on a poem on lungi, and you will like it. So that is something I feel comfortable with, Punjabi and Lungi. Thank you. there are two types of arts. One is an abstract art, one is a simple art. Probably, for example, I love abstract arts. They give you difficult meanings, and you have to think about the abstract arts. You have to look at the meanings, and you have to think about the meanings. You have to go deep into the meanings. When I go to an exhibition, when I look at abstract arts, I tend to think what the art, what the real message is, what are the themes, or what the pictures contain, what the artists are trying to mean. But on the other hand, you look at simple arts, you don't have to think twice. You can draw out the meanings very clearly. Now, it depends. It's a crucial debate. Now, let's see, I'm an educated person. I go to an exhibition, and from my elitist understanding, because of my education, I may like my abstract arts. But education is not for all. Not many people can receive education. So if an artist only thinks about a higher class person like me, for example, then he or they will be failing to reach all audiences. Then the main message of his artwork will fail. In that sense, what I prefer, I think an artist should think about his audiences. He should think about his viewers. He should think about his even readers. So if I'm an artist, I would just make simple paintings. I would try to attract my general people. If they find meanings in my work, they will be able to get inspired. With that high motivation, they will also paint something new for others. Because just like education, art is not only for elites, it should be for all. And on the days of popular culture, we should try to attract as many people as possible. So, from my personal experience, I said earlier that I'm a people's man. I like doing things for people. If I'm an artist, I will try to hook general people into my craft work. I want the connoisseurs of art to be among common people. Otherwise, just like me, only the elitists will enjoy artificial works. These are optional questions. They will not affect my score. So I'll receive two questions. I will answer both the questions. The first answer will be for 5 minutes. The next will be for 3 minutes. Remember, they will not affect my score. It means if I don't answer them, my scores will not be reduced. These are experimental questions. If you do well, if you practice them, you never know, in the future, you may receive more questions like that. And that's my score. It means if I take a test now, I might score 140. I might even score 145. I might even score 150. So I'm very sure if I take a real test, I'll score 145 because I am developing my confidence with all the practice tests. But my aim is to score 150. But I will be happy with 145. My next test will be in May 2024. So taking test is difficult. You have to concentrate a lot. So probably I will come with 1 or 2 practice test videos every month, probably 1 or 2, I'm not sure. So I'll upload it whenever I want, but also watch my other practice videos, and I try to be honest as honest as possible. And thank you for watching my videos, and have a good one. Take care. Love you all.